I guess just talking a little bit about my homelessness. It's been about two years um, since I was actually homeless, living in the woods. I lived in the woods for 18, 20 months, something like that. I built a shelter out of wood that I found there and in the woods and construction debris, and I begged for my means to survive. The year before that, I lived in Ohio. I don't know if you'd call it living there. I worked at a few temporary agencies, and I stayed at a homeless shelter and a boarding house. Funny thing I remember about Ohio is the food didn't provide nourishment and the water didn't provide hydration. You could be dying of thirst and drink your belly full of water and still be thirsty somehow. Before that, I was homeless for about 22 months, living in the stairwell of a parking garage and panhandling and begging to support you know, my means. Before that, I lived in my van. I was traveling around to different satellite offices of this one company, this one temporary agency that I worked for. Um, because the different cities you go to, the different satellite offices, you get uh, introduced to different work, which gives you different training badges or whatever, which increases your starting wage for whatever office you go to. Before that, I lived in an abandoned house for 2.5, 3 years while I was in therapy. Before that, it was a homeless shelter for 9 months or so. And before that, I was homeless for a couple years. People don't know what it's like to be homeless in the middle of the summer, walking around trying to find shade. I mean, let alone air conditioning. You find a spot that's in the summer that's air conditioned and you have a power outlet to charge your phone. You'd be doing great if no one came by there. You could rest up for 6, 8 hours, charge your phone, sleep. Being homeless is so hard, especially in the summer, because it taxes your stamina. Because it's like you always got to keep moving, and you're always trying to look for a place to cool off. And then when you do find some shade or something to cool off, it's like you always got the bugs to deal with, those mosquitoes. And it seems like the only way to get away from the bugs, the heat, and the mosquitoes in the middle of summer is to sit in the middle of a parking lot under one of those huge fluorescent lights, which means you really can't sleep. I've heard quite a few people say to me and, motion me to leave where I'm at, to move, to relocate, to even relocate from the apartment building I live in to a different part of the city. And You know, I know those people who said that haven't been through what I've been through, have no clue what it's like to be homeless. I mean, yeah, I was sabotaged so bad people could do what they did and steal what they stole. And for the most part, that's why I was homeless. You know, the bullet or the bullshit was the bullet, and their greed and closed mindedness, I guess. I don't know. People got no idea how hard it is to be homeless. Hey, have a good day.